What's up, everybody? It's your boy Meme here. Sorry about the super low frame rate. It's just because it's rather low light. Actually, you know what? I can fix that a little bit. There we go. That's that's a little better, but it's still kind of bad. There's like kind of an unusual delay that isn't normally there, but anyway. So the namesake of this video, I don't know if I used namesake correctly, is that I got Open WebUI set up. Now, it seems like a majority of the time when people use Open WebUI, it's mostly to run local models, which makes a lot of sense, like a lot of people don't want to sort of, give in to sort of big AI, I suppose, and they don't want to use like API keys and such, which makes sense. I don't think that's unfair, but in the case of me setting up Open WebUI, it's exclusively just me. It's basically just a sort of a metaphorical proxy to hook into OpenAI, just GPT-4o pretty much. But here it is. I'm pretty happy I was able to set it up. This thing isn't part of it. I use ChatGPT quite a bit. Primarily for schooling, which just sounds like coded language for me cheating on schoolwork, but I promise that's not the case. I know I can't really prove it, but I'm not one to cheat on my work. I recognize the value in even if the stuff you're learning in college won't one-to-one apply exactly in the real world. It's sort of teaching you how you would learn things, when you're out of college. So I for real, I don't use it to cheat on stuff, right? But what I do use it for is God, I'm doing this stupid project management class right now, and I need to read this book for it. And I have just very minor stuff where it's where I need to ask it to I don't know, I want to ask hey, what's a should I get the is the PMP certification worth it, and how much does it cost, right? And something I'm able to do is I'm able to turn on Search GPT, right, or GPT search mode or whatever it's called, and it basically gives me a response, and I read it, and I'm like, okay, and then I look at its source, and then it's usually a Reddit post, and then I look at the Reddit post that it sourced, right, then it basically just says what the response says from the large language model, and that's my parent show in the background. So that's when I would use something like ChatGPT, or if I'm doing something having to do with programming, usually I write something up and then I give it to a large language model, and I'm like, hey, is there anything I could work on here? Could I do anything here? It's oh, you should add exceptions, and I'm like, oh, you're right. So yeah, yeah, I'm really happy with it, and it's hello, hello, I'm recording something for my YouTube channel. Say hello. Your audience is lucky to have you. Thank you. But yeah, God, I need to ask it to stop using emojis. Yeah, it's just really, really cool. The primary reason why I got this hooked up is because I for real do use ChatGPT a lot, and something that really bothers me is after you do, it depends on the number of tokens, I believe, but after you do around 8 or so conversations, it downgrades you from 4.0 to 4.0 mini, and that's just sort of horrifying. I feel bad not using the best sort of version of what's out there, right? And of course, when if I were to be using the best version of what's out there, I'd be using 0.1. But anyway, so in the case of GPT-4o, something really nice about this is that I'm able to use it, and it's a whole lot cheaper than if I were to pay for a ChatGPT Plus subscription. So ChatGPT Plus is $20 a month with no yearly plan. That's $240 a year, and that's kind of an insane amount of money to pay for a large language model, when frankly I could just do this and it's a lot cheaper. Yeah, I don't know, that's pretty much it. Something I was able to get. So I don't really care if you know this URL because it's not. One sec. Yeah, right. If you just go to it, it's just going to ask for your email and password. But it's pretty cool the way I got this set up. You know, this is pretty basic, but I just recently learned how to like do this really easily. Like I've gotten super used to this sort of setup, and so I'm just happy that I'm able to do it so easily. Basically, I have the Cloudflare, which is my DNS, like my domain name provider. I have Cloudflare, and I have a record that's hooked up to a reverse proxy running on an EC2 instance. And then that reverse proxy just points to my NAS server, which is just running this. And it's really, really cool because I have HTTPS and I have my very cool domain with my username with no, you know, if you were to go to my website, is this okay? Okay, if I were to go to my website, my .com website, it's THOUU.com, which bothers me. But you know, I'm able to just do this, and it's nice, and I'm happy about it. Anyway, yeah, so, so that's how I got it set up. More things that I want to talk about, one moment. Okay, so I took a one sec. Okay, so I took a screenshot, of the buy page, and I censored out anything that I think might be compromising. I think the only thing that is compromising is that you can probably find out what state I live in by reverse engineering the sales tax number, by reverse engineering the sales tax number, and find out I live in Washington, and I don't care if you know I live in Washington. But anyway, so yeah, I bought the Yeezy Gap logo hoodie. It's the same as the Dove hoodie, except it doesn't have the big Dove on the back, and it doesn't have the Gap University font on the back. But what it does have, you can kind of see it here, is a tiny little Gap logo right on the where the like hood on attached to the neck hole rides up. Yeah, I got it in a medium. My Dove hoodie I got in a large. You can watch my Dove hoodie video to see how it fits on me, which, you know, I don't mind. I wear it like almost every time I go outside. It's a great hoodie. It's comfortable, but it is a little large. I would prefer something with a similar silhouette that isn't so big. And you know, the logo hoodie is a perfect, you know, fits that description perfectly. I'm pretty happy about it. Its retail price is $200, so I was able to get it for $90, which is crazy. That's like a 54% discount, which I'm really happy about. So the reason why I went for a $60 bid is because I saw that yesterday somebody got accepted with a $50 and like a $52 bid, and I was like, well, I might as well go for a $60 bid and see if that goes through. And I didn't expect it to, but it totally did. And so I was able to get this hoodie for $60, which is crazy. Of course, I did get it on StockX, so it can show up fake. But, you know, I'm not super worried about it. I don't know. And even if it is fake, like, I don't care. It's still a hoodie, and it's a well-made hoodie. But yeah, you know, I'm pretty happy about it. Yeah, another thing is my teeth. If you know, last Thursday I got my wisdom teeth removed and they've been healing. It hurts a little bit here right now, but it hasn't hurt all day aside from that. I have one, you can see it, hold on. I have one hydrocodone left, which is a good sign, and I think lines up with how little this hurts. I'm gonna have it before I go to bed. You know, I'll have it. I don't know what YouTube's policies are on drug usage. Be right back. Okay, I may or may not have had it just now. You know, no, you know, allegedly, right? But anyway, what else? Yeah, so my teeth have been barely hurting. I woke up this morning at like 6:45, and I showered and I ate food. I ate leftover chili. And normally I exercise, but I can't exercise because of my wisdom teeth. They tell me not to exercise for a week, which sucks, but you know. I ate chili, and that was pretty tasty. And then I worked on stupid stuff. I was supposed to do this homework today, which I didn't do, which is embarrassing considering I didn't do schoolwork for about 4 days because of my wisdom teeth thing. And now I haven't done schoolwork for 5 days, which sucks and is bad, right? That's bad and it's embarrassing. But you know, instead I set up a cool sort of local large language model, right? I'm able to use GPT-4o as much as I'd like, which is nice. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing else is really going on. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And oh, I got new sheets today. You know, as you may know, my sheets completely destroyed themselves. They didn't destroy themselves, they got a hole, and because I kept shoving my foot into it accidentally, the hole kept getting bigger. Here you go. This is set a hole. It's just gigantic. There we go. Yeah, you can see just the absolutely humongous hole in my bedding. So I ordered some new bedding a couple days ago and it arrived today. And so it's in the wash while it's in the dryer right now, and I'm gonna put it on while I have mouthwash in my mouth in the process of cleaning my teeth. And that's actually it.